When you said the growth from 3.3 was the forecast in this 3.8, that's pretty amazing.
It is. Now, of course, it's still a forecast because we're not quite done with the third quarter. The third quarter is over next Wednesday, October 1. And then, that number for GDP third quarter will be out probably a couple of weeks after that. But, those kind of forecasts are certainly pretty educated guesses, right? I mean, it's, professionals who look at this stuff every day and try to make these predictions, these forecasts that a lot of investors and market players rely on. It's fairly unusual for them to be, well far off. I can remember second quarter, the Atlanta Fed was predicting a 3.8. Didn't quite get there. It was about 3.3. In fact, I think it was actually 3.2, and then it got revised to 3.3. And so we could have that happen again, where with this forecast of 3.8, could it come up short and be back to the low threes? Perhaps, but gee whiz, 3% growth rate is really good. Yeah. Especially when you look at the first quarter when it was like below 2, and what was it, or actually maybe negative a little bit. So the point is, a 3% growth rate, should that bear out, is tremendously good news. That's a pretty strong growth rate for the economy. If we could sustain that, then I would argue, things are not that bad, and that labor market's going to hold up pretty well.